Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Jay Divine and I'm here Saturdays for FTM Brotherhood. I want to apologize for not posting yesterday. I just got back from a 3-day camping trip up in Wisconsin, and honestly, I had no type of technology near me, so you can see why I couldn't post. I tried to make the video last night when I got back, but I just knocked out. So sorry about that. What I'm gonna do is catch up from last week, the school and the workplace, and then I'll also do this week's topic, identity, sexual orientation. Well, school and workplace. Don't got a problem with workplace right now because I'm unemployed, so that's kind of nice, and it's kind of not because I don't got money and I'm broke. But, you know, saves me all the trouble and all the social awkwardness that I experienced during a job. When I realized I was trans, I was at the time working at my first job. You know, those people, they were with me for, you know, that whole large change I did. It wasn't a bad experience necessarily at work because by the time I transitioned, people already knew me for me, already knew my behavior, and it's just like, you know, the physical appearance suddenly matched my personality. That's all it was. I'm sure people talked about me, but not really that much. It was just like, yeah, that's just who Jay is, you know? Deal with it. It was kind of nice. I had an advantage because I was the manager, and even though, you know, people could think whatever they want about me, they still had to respect me as a person, you know, because I was their boss. So that was kind of nice, you know. But I didn't really have any troubles with my coworkers because we were all friends. We were all cool. You know, we would go out outside of work and, you know, hang out. So it was really nice being in that environment where people, you know, people like you. Had some awkward experiences with customers. You know, people would, you know, think I was male and some wouldn't. And you know, there would be just some social awkwardness there, but nothing like too bad, you know. I have another video on my home page which talks about an experience I had with another job when I was a CNA, and that experience was completely opposite. My dysphoria shot up in that place. I had to quit. I quit about after a month working there. It was horrible. But yeah, if you want to hear about that experience, go ahead, go on my page. It's called An Update About Being a CNA. So go check that out if you want to. As far as future jobs go, I plan on, you know, being on hormone therapy for a while before I get my career job as a nurse. Just because of the expectations that go with that job. They're a very modest, uniform, you know, type of career. If patients saw me and were introduced to me as one thing, and then all of a sudden I go on hormones and now I'm legally another thing, it doesn't really work quite well. So I plan on transitioning before I get my first real job. But yeah, that's all I have for work. As far as school goes, I actually had a good experience this last semester. A couple days into classes, I emailed my professors explaining my situation. Now, it was really funny because at first they thought I was born male, and I was very okay with that. But obviously I had classmates who knew me before and some people who were confused, so I had to explain to them, you know. It was funny because on the first day of health assessment, my teacher was explaining what we would do in the class. And you're gonna be touching each other, you're seeing some chest, but we're not gonna do anything in extreme. We're not gonna perform pap smears, and you're not gonna look at this guy's testicles. And the funny thing was, the guy she was pointing to was me. I had a bunch of classmates who I had beforehand, before I started realizing I was trans, so they were just like in shock. They were just like, did she just say that? I was just cracking up the whole time because it was just so funny. But I was happy that I was passing that much, you know? And I emailed them explaining my situation, how I felt they should handle it. And, you know, they were great about it. I got replies from them saying, oh, thank you. Thank you for explaining yourself. And thank you for allowing us to, you know, share this experience with you and learn from it. So, you know, really good feedback. My only dysphoria in school really was health assessment class. Now, as I told you before, this is a class where you analyze the human body. Times in class, we would have to take off our shirts or get really up close and personal with your lab partner. I did not ever volunteer to be someone to be assessed because I was having huge physical dysphoria with that. I remember freaking out when I learned that we were giving each other bed baths. Now, if you're not familiar with a bed bath, that's when a person is completely naked under blankets and the nurse, one by one uncovers their body parts and washes them. And I was like, oh, I can't agree to follow this because I'm not about to expose my body that way to people who I'm not comfortable with doing. Now, I have no problem doing it to other people, but when it comes to me, I will give myself a shower. Thank you. But my lab instructor, she was very, very good with it. She never pushed me or forced me to be, the one to take off my shirt and for people to palpate my chest. She understood my situation and she was very supportive of it. She was like the only one of my teachers who used the pronouns correctly. The others just, called me by my name. I really appreciate her and appreciated that there's people and teachers like that. It made my experience in that class and at that school very, very comforting and easier. I plan on next year even pushing further, my male identity. So I would urge my teachers to use he pronouns and, identify me as male. That's with school. So far, it's manageable. Next topic, gender identity and sexual orientation. Now, I'm very stern. I'm very stern about my gender identity. I identify as male and nothing else. At the moment, I am identifying as trans, and that's simply because people have known me, and I just automatically tell them, oh, I'm male now. They won't understand. But if I explain to them that I am transgenderism gives me that explanation which, people can somewhat comprehend or not, but at least, I can explain myself. But when I do complete my full male potential, I plan on, becoming stealth, dropping the transgender label. As far as sexual orientation goes, I am strictly heterosexual. Very, very touchy about this. If somebody calls me a lesbian, if someone even calls me bi, I get really upset. Just get all ignorant on that person because, no, you would never call a male man a lesbian. You would call them straight. There's nothing wrong with that, but I personally do not identify as that. And I correct people. I've become way more comfortable and confident in my identity. If you were to talk to me a year ago, I would still be having, problems expressing to you what my identity is. But now I feel so much more stronger. I feel if somebody would challenge my identity, I personally would be able to refute that and, stick up for myself. That's all I got for you guys today. Sorry for posting late, but I'll be sure to post early next week. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out.